What if 4 minutes a day could make your money show up on time? For the next 7 days, speak 3 lines at the same minute every morning, afternoon, and just before sleep. Morning, I am the person for whom money moves quickly, cleanly, and in mutual benefit. I agree to be compensated lawfully, on time, and in full. Midday, value goes out through my work with precision, money returns multiplied and clean. Night, it is finished in essence, funds are released and in my account, I sleep inside completion. Say each line once, in a steady, lawful tone, and then move. Stay with me a few minutes and you'll leave with the ledger you'll use to track proofs, the neutral alarm labels that keep you on schedule, and a simple way to measure progress in 24 hours. Say this 3 times daily for 7 days and money obeys is not a slogan, it is a schedule. You are not begging the universe, you are booking appointments with increase. Language is your instrument, timing is your amplifier, and action is your verification. You will work with 3 windows that almost anyone can keep: one in your first waking hour, one 6 to 8 hours later, and one in the last half hour before sleep. In those windows you deliver brief commands that define identity, root circulation and seal assumption, then you pair each command with an obedience move, the next sensible action that grounds what you just said. On heavy days you keep only the 3 anchors. On acceleration days you add short hourly pulses for a few hours to compact momentum. That is the whole system in one paragraph. The rest of this script simply makes it easy to keep. I did not stumble into this by accident. For years I studied prosperity teachings, especially the stream that runs through Florence Scovel Shinn, and I trained my ear like a musician. I noticed that untimed words behave like seeds tossed into wind. Timed words land like seeds pressed into warm soil. I built a clock around that difference and field tested it while traveling, hitting deadlines and moving numbers under pressure. The pattern that held was simple: mornings are identity hours, afternoons are circulation hours, and nights are harvest hours. Commands matched to those windows reduced dry spells, sped closures, and made decisions cleaner. The schedule stabilized people who felt scattered because repetition at the same minute each day gave the nervous system a cue it could learn, and actions began to line up without drama. You have probably whispered an affirmation in the shower or scribbled a nice sentence on a sticky note. If your results were inconsistent, it was not because words do nothing, it was because they were untimed. This protocol stacks rhythm on meaning. It pairs the right phrase to the right window so that your posture, your calendar, and the invisible order agree. The aim is precision, not performance. You speak once clearly as if you were signing a document, and then you move. You do not chase the energy you just set. You let it work while you attend to the next sensible step. The day becomes a loop you can actually keep: identity anchored early, circulation directed in the middle, completion sealed at night. Now that your day is set, here's why this works under pressure. 7 valves, 1 clock. To make the loop stick, choose fixed local times you can honor almost every day. Many people thrive on 7 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 9:45 p.m., but select minutes you will keep even on travel days. Put 3 quiet alarms on your phone with neutral labels like Anchor 1, Anchor 2, and Anchor 3. Place small physical anchors where you will see them without thinking: a dot on the coffee maker for morning identity, a coin beside your keyboard for circulation, a smooth stone on your nightstand for the night seal. Keep your 3 lines printed on a card or saved as your lock screen so you remove friction. Friction is the enemy of rhythm. The less you have to decide, the more consistent you become, and money learns your schedule faster when you are consistent. The morning window is your identity in agreement. Anchor. Wake. Sit or stand tall, with both feet on the floor. Inhale once to clear sleep, and speak your identity command within 20 seconds. Keep the language lawful and final. Identity sentences define role and voltage, not mood. A strong baseline is: I am the person for whom money moves quickly, cleanly, and in mutual benefit. I agree to be compensated lawfully, on time, and in full. If a number matters this week, add 1 crisp line without strain. The $4,200 lands in perfect order, ahead of schedule. If you are stewarding a live project, embed function: I am the trusted steward through whom large sums find good work. Deliver the words once, then take an obedience move within 5 minutes that matches what you just said. Open the invoice, draft the follow-up, write the 3 money-moving tasks of the day in order. If doubt whispers, you do not argue. You substitute the sentence: correction, I move from instruction, not from fear. That single swap keeps posture intact and prevents you from negotiating away the morning. The midday window routes circulation. Sometime between lunch and late afternoon, stand, shake out your shoulders to reset, and speak a short directive that names both the outgoing and the incoming. Value goes out through my work with precision, money returns multiplied and clean. If a payment is pending, issue a lawful instruction. This invoice clears today in full and without friction. If you are negotiating, claim symmetry. We agree on clear terms for mutual gain. The deal closes cleanly. Make circulation tangible in the next 10 minutes. Send a clean invoice. Reconcile a small account. Fix a payment link. Answer a stalled message. Or give a micro gift to oxygenate the loop. Share a resource. Tip generously. Make a warm introduction. You are not purchasing outcomes. You are keeping the channel open on both sides. If resistance spikes, procrastination, scrolling, vague dread, substitute on the hour with I substitute delay with decision. I choose the next concrete step and then take that step before the minute ends. The night window is your seal. Power down stimulation 45 to 20 minutes before bed. Dim the screen, close tabs, and stop reading money anxiety threads. Sit, feel the weight of your body, and speak as if your day's key outcomes are already settled. It is finished in essence, funds are released, and in my account, the right clients have agreed at my stated rate. I sleep inside completion. If a number remains in motion, hold it like a verdict, and stop bargaining with it in your head. Place a notebook by the bed, and write a single obedience move for morning, so that your first action matches your night seal. Then go to sleep. No compulsive checking, no one last email. The night belongs to assumption. Your job is to rest as the person who lives inside the settled outcome. You will notice that this loop is light on time and heavy on focus. 30 seconds here, 15 there, a minute at night. The day keeps its shape without feeling like a ritual you must perform. On acceleration days, launching, closing, clearing debt, you can add hourly pulses for 3 to 4 consecutive hours. Set a low chime on the hour, straighten your spine, and deliver a 12-second tap that keeps the frame tight between anchors. I am orderly with money. Money is orderly with me. Receipts in, value out. All clean. Whisper it if you are in a meeting. Say it at a red light. If you are commuting, then return to the task at hand. The pulse is not a performance, it is a barometer tap that equalizes pressure so the structure does not rattle. If you are already feeling the pull to test this, declare it. Comment I'm in for 7 days. Set your 3 alarms and decide your 1 focus for the week. Do not split the beam across 5 goals. Pick a single target, clear a specific invoice, fill a specific client slot, retire a defined piece of debt, meet a precise sales number, or stabilize a baseline daily average, and let the protocol prove itself. In a moment we'll run the day again from top to bottom, then we'll track. The 7 spiritual dynamics I learned through Shinn's lineage are valves on the same line, and timing amplifies each one. Name them, use them daily, and keep examples simple so they work under pressure. The law of the word says speech is directive. It does not merely describe, it assigns. In practice, your word pre-decides how energy is allowed to organize. Timing sharpens the effect because the nervous system is most impressionable at predictable moments. Morning sets identity, afternoon roots activity, and money, night stamps the day's decision into the deeper mind. Under this law, brevity increases potency because short, clean commands leave little room for doubt to hitch a ride. A morning example is you arrive on time in full and with ease, spoken directly to payments due. After a meeting, the agreement closes cleanly today. Say it once, let the schedule carry it. The law of assumption holds that accepted reality becomes lived reality. Assumption is not wishing, it is fitment. You wear the result inwardly, and life conforms outwardly. Night is the prime window because the conscious guard relaxes and the subconscious takes images literally. Your pre-sleep command is crafted in completed form. It is settled, the funds are released and in my account. Sleep inside that settled picture. Over a 7-day sprint, you maintain the assumption instead of monitoring it. Morning and afternoon support the stance, but night hardens it like quick-setting concrete. The law of substitution replaces rather than wrestles. You do not fight a picture, you swap it. In timed practice, substitution is triggered by cues, the top of our chime, a phone vibration, the sight of a bill. The replacement phrase is rehearsed and delivered on schedule when anxiety spikes at 2 p.m.
Say I substitute worry with instruction, invoice sent, payment received, account balanced.
The tone is practical, the verbs are active, the picture flips. Over a 24-hour loop, substitution keeps the line clear between anchors. It is not denial, it is governance. You are choosing the channel that carries supply instead of the one that carries fear. The law of circulation recognizes that giving and receiving are one motion. Money moves in healthy loops, out and back, never stagnant. Afternoon commands align naturally with circulation because midday shows the day's routes, emails, transfers, shipments, returns. Name both directions with clarity. Value flows out through my work with precision, money returns multiplied and clean. Pair the sentence with a micro gift during sprints to oxygenate the loop, a generous tip, a helpful introduction, a resource shared freely. You are not buying outcomes. You are keeping the lane open so your system recognizes flow as safe and normal. Stagnation often breaks not by forcing cash to arrive but by restarting circulation from either side. The law of agreement increases power where inner parts and outer deals align. If part of you says I am well paid while another part whispers I feel guilty asking, the field hears conflict and lowers voltage. Timed speech creates regular moments of internal alignment. Morning is excellent for inner agreement, values, worth, boundaries, while afternoon affirms mutual terms. All of me agrees to be compensated lawfully and promptly. At 9 a.m., I agree only to clear, mutual terms. Unclear terms dissolve. At 3 p.m. Over days, those sentences purge lopsided deals and draw symmetrical ones. You can extend agreement to collaborators by saying before a call, we agree on value and timing for mutual gain. Watch how often drift disappears before it begins. The law of identity is the creative fuse in the phrase I am. Identity lines are job descriptions you give to reality, not moods you hope to feel. This is why the morning matters. I am the person for whom money moves quickly, cleanly, and in joy, or I am the trusted steward through whom large sums find good work. Are role statements that behavior can match. During a 7-day cycle, identity remains steady while details evolve. Hourly pulses can carry identity pings when needed. I am orderly with money, money is orderly with me. These pings keep posture firm between morning and night. The law of obedience is where language becomes schedule. Inner instruction gains power when acted upon without delay. Timed speech turns hollow if it is not paired with timed moves. Obedience moves are rarely grand. They are the next sensible action. Send the proposal, reconcile the account. Make the call, decline the misfit. Speak, listen for the nudge. Act. After a midday command you might hear clean that invoice and obey within the hour. After the night seal, you lay out documents for the morning follow-up. Over a day, obedience converts spoken law into felt momentum. Over a week it compounds into visible change. Now stitch the valves into your day so nothing is left floating. Morning identity and agreement. Answer who I am and what I allow. Afternoon word and circulation answer what moves where and how it returns. Night assumption and the note you write for morning. Answer what is sealed and what I will do at first light. Hourly pulses sit like rivets that reinforce the frame when you want lift. Without timing you might apply one law in the morning and forget the rest. With timing the laws interlock along the day's spine. Run a 7-day sprint when you want a tangible shift or a new baseline. On day 1 choose a single focus and write it where you will see it. Keep your phrasing identical each day, so the field recognizes your signature. If the focus is a payment, your week might read, within 7 days, the $4,200 lands in perfect order better than expected. I obey every nudge promptly. If you are filling a client slot, within 7 days, the aligned client contracts at my stated rate, our terms are clear and clean. If you are retiring a debt slice, within 7 days, I retire $1,000 of this debt in right order without strain or surprise. Relief is lawful and complete. If you are stabilizing cash flow, within 7 days, daily income meets or exceeds my baseline with ease. I steward and circulate wisely. Pair each line with calm certainty that better than expected forms are welcome. Log the sprint in a simple ledger. Each day note the date, the command spoken, the obedience move completed, and the proof received. Count everything that confirms motion, faster replies, discounts, refunds, early deposits, introductions, meetings booked, rate acceptance, clarity that collapses a bad option. Around day 3, expect resistance, and treat it like weather. Substitution neutralizes spike thoughts. Obedience moves get smaller, and faster. Do not change the focus midstream. Around days 5 and 6, watch for openings you did not predict, take them. On day 7, seal and rest. If the target closed early, keep the schedule anyway, to cement the new pattern. If it did not, complete the 7, and decide whether to repeat or pivot. You are engineering cadence, not begging for lightning. When you want acceleration without burnout, stack 3 or 4 hour top pulses on key days. The wording is short so it fits anywhere. I am orderly with money, money is orderly with me, receipts in, value out. All clean. Return to work. If static rises, repair the sentence, not the story. Correction: money arrives on time and in full. I meet it prepared. If resistance spikes, switch the inner line. I substitute delay with decision. I take the next concrete step. The point is not to chant, it is to keep pressure equalized so the system does not wobble. Keep your environment congruent. If your command is on time, in full, clean, let your money spaces reflect that lawfulness. Create an email label for receipts. Update your accounting categories so they mirror how money actually moves. Send invoices with precise terms and clear due dates. Audit your payment links so they work on the first click. 15 minutes of tidying a clogged channel often precedes a windfall that looks unrelated because circulation can finally find the door you said existed. Pair this tidy work with a daily micro-gift during sprints to keep the loop oxygenated. The combination often produces a noticeable lift within 24 hours. Be specific with numbers without getting rigid. Specificity gives the field a job. Generosity leaves room for better forms. The $4,200 clears this week in perfect order is strong. If $4,600 arrives instead, you do not argue with improvement, you log the difference and give thanks for overflow. If $3,900 arrives early and the rest later, you record both. Numbers are not verdicts against you, they are feedback. Speak lawfully, steward what arrives and keep timing sacred. Over time the variance tends to resolve in your favor because coherence attracts clean deals and discourages noise. Practice field hygiene by reducing contradictory chatter. Timed anchors automatically cut casual complaining because the clock will ask, is this aligned with the command you just spoke? If not, substitute on the spot. If your mouth begins, money is always late, stop mid-sentence and swap. Correction: money arrives on time and in full, I meet it prepared. Do it again at the next bell. Over a day the ratio of aligned to misaligned words improves. Over a week the environment mirrors the aligned set because you are no longer sending mixed signals. Rigidity is not the goal. Rhythm is: if you miss a window, you resume at the next bell. If you travel, you speak on local time because your body clock is the medium. If life throws you off rhythm, the 3 anchors tether you without drama. On a brutal day you can always say one clean morning line, one midday line, and one night line. That alone keeps the field watered. On strong days you add pulses and stack obedience moves. Either way you are becoming a person whose words are on time, whose actions are on time, and for whom money learns to be on time. Respect bills, contracts, and numbers. This practice does not bypass structure, it organizes it. The law of obedience insists that you not speak one thing and behave another. If your voice commands prompt payment, but you send sloppy invoices, the system sputters. If identity claims stewardship, but you ignore your budget, circulation clogs. Timed speech simplifies responsibility, because the clock decides when to deliver clarity. You obey the clock and remove guesswork. Decision fatigue drops, and with it, the leak that makes money feel slippery. If your temperament prefers data, here is a behavioral angle. Timed words reduce rumination by giving the mind a fixed anchor several times a day. The anchor interrupts loops before they spiral. Substitution functions like a quick cognitive reframe paired with immediate action. Hourly pulses shape attentional state without dragging you into performance. The combination is small, repeatable, and cheap, which is why it outlasts hype. Most people fail not for lack of desire, but for lack of rhythm. Rhythm is what turns intention into habit and habit into baseline. Guard tone. Speak once. lawful and final. Do not plead, bargain, or repeat in an attempt to force outcomes. The schedule itself does the heavy lifting. Guard integrity. Decline misfit money. Answer promptly. Honor your stated rate. Clean terms are kindness to both sides. You do not need to be loud to be firm. You need to be consistent. People and payments respect clarity when they encounter it repeatedly at the same minute every day. As you cycle through weeks, you will see which phrases pull hardest for you. Keep the structure and customize the edges. If you discover that the agreement closes cleanly today, consistently moves an outcome after calls, keep it. If receipts in value out all clean snaps you back from drift, keep it. If a number line feels sticky, make it simpler or route it through a different window. The point is not to build poetry, it is to build a schedule your nervous system trusts and your calendar can hold. When doubts show their face, do not perform analysis, perform substitution. I release the story of shortage, I choose the schedule of supply. If you catch yourself forecasting delays, overwrite the identity line. I am the person money finds early. I am easy to pay. I am easy to bless. If you are tempted to hustle noise, return to order. I move from instruction, not from panic. If an unexpected expense appears, stabilize the frame. I handle this in right order. What goes out returns multiplied and clean. Then pair the sentence with one small move that proves you believe yourself. The field responds most to the pairing. The 7-day frame exists because it is long enough for patterns to appear and short enough to keep intensity. Many people see a rhythm inside the week. Days 1 and 2 feel clean and energizing. Day 3 flushes resistance. Day 4 stabilizes. Days 5 and 6 produce visible openings. Day 7 seals and sometimes delivers a tangible outcome. Do not turn it into superstition. Turn it into feedback. If you wobble on day 3, be glad you found the wobble and make the move smaller. If openings arrive on day 5, take them without waiting for permission from a calendar. Principles are helpful. Numbers are decisive. Track 3 simple metrics in 5 minutes a day: cash received, amount and count, leads or opportunities opened, and completion signals, such as agreements signed or debt chunks cleared. Once a week, ideally after your 7th night seal, review the ledger. Ask which command seemed to move what, which obedience moves paid most, and where you wobbled. Refine a single element for the next cycle, shorten a sentence, change a number, adjust a time, tighten an action. You are iterating a repeatable cadence, not performing magic. Small refinements compound because timing multiplies what you repeat. Keep your environment congruent, so your channels match your language. If your words claim on time in full clean, let your money spaces look like it. Email with a receipts label, accounting categories current, invoices with precise terms and dates, payment links that work. 15 minutes of tidying a clogged channel often produces an unrelated windfall within 24 hours because circulation can finally find the door. Pair this with a daily micro gift during sprints and watch static clear more quickly than you expect. Be specific with numbers, generous with form. The $4,200 clears this week in perfect order, gives the field a job. If $4,600 arrives, you accept overflow. If $3,900 arrives now and the rest later, you record both. You are training recognition, not running a courtroom. Speak lawfully, steward what arrives, and keep your timing sacred. Let's gather the system into one clean pass you can run today. In the morning, within your first waking hour, ground your feet, lift your spine, inhale once, and deliver identity and agreement in under 20 seconds. I am the person for whom money moves quickly, cleanly, and in mutual benefit. I agree to be compensated lawfully, on time, and in full. If a number matters, add a crisp line such as the $4,200 lands in perfect order, ahead of schedule. Close your mouth and move your hands. Send the message, open the invoice, set the priorities that move lawful money. If doubt speaks, substitute correction. I move from instruction, not from fear, and take one step inside 5 minutes. Around midday, refresh circulation. Say, value goes out through my work with precision, money returns multiplied and clean. If a deal is live, add, this agreement closes cleanly today in mutual clarity, or funds release now without friction. Make a circulation move immediately, clean an invoice, reconcile an account, fix a link, follow up with grace, or give a micro gift that keeps the loop oxygenated. Use hourly pulses for 3 or 4 hours when you want acceleration. On the hour, spine tall, whisper, I am orderly with money. Money is orderly with me. Receipts in, value out, all clean, and return to work. Repair sentences as needed. Keep movement small and certain. 45 to 20 minutes before sleep. Seal assumption. Cut stimulation. Sit and speak as if the result is settled. It is finished. In essence, funds are released. And in my account, the right clients have agreed at my stated rate. I sleep inside completion. If a number remains in motion, hold it like a verdict. Write one obedience move for morning, place it where you will see it, and go to sleep. No bargaining with outcomes. The night belongs to sealing, the morning belongs to obeying. Set your 3 alarms today, with neutral labels you alone understand. Place a dot on your coffee maker, a coin by your keyboard, and a stone on your nightstand. Copy your lines where you will see them without thinking. Choose one focus for 7 days and write it at the top of your week. Use the ledger to track date, command spoken, obedience move completed, and proof received. Record every proof: payments, discounts, introductions, replies, decisions accepted, debt reduced, sudden clarity. At the end of day 7, review. Ask which words moved what, which moves paid most, and where you wobbled. Keep what worked, refine one element, and run another 7 if needed. Speak lean, lawful, and timed. Keep your tone final, not frantic. Keep your actions immediate, not theatrical. Decline misfit money, accept clean increase. Negotiate with grace and firmness. Keep your channels congruent with the words you speak. When you contradict yourself midday, substitute on the spot and take the next concrete step. The practice is humane by design. On a brutal day you can still keep 3 lines and 3 small moves. On strong days, you add pulses and stack actions. Either way, you are writing a signature the field recognizes. Here is your micro challenge for the next 24 hours. Set 3 alarms. Speak the 3 lines at your chosen minutes. Pair each line with one obedience move. Log 3 proofs no matter how small. Comment, I'm in for 7 days so I know you are running with me. Save this and begin now. Speak your morning line out loud the moment this script ends. Then take one obedience move within 5 minutes. You will be surprised how quickly the world responds to a voice that keeps time. Before we close, an open loop worth keeping. In the next video I will show you my tracking panel, the simple board that makes patterns obvious within a week, and I will give you the 5 negotiation lines that close cleanly the same day, plus invoice language that removes friction without sounding aggressive. I will also hand you the automation for alarms, so your phone does the remembering and you do the obeying. Without those tools, this protocol still works; with them it compounds. If you want that, stay in the loop you just started. Your words are appointments, your actions are attendance, and your results are confirmations. You do not need fancy tools. You need a mouth, a breath, and a clock. Speak once, move once, and let the field do its part while you do yours. Morning identity and agreement, midday circulation, night seal, pulses when needed. One focus for 7 days, ledger for proofs, substitution for static, obedience for momentum. Keep the schedule humane and strict at the same time. Humane because you forgive misses and resume at the next bell. Strict because you protect the minutes like meetings you refuse to miss. The longer you keep the rhythm, the quieter money drama becomes. When speech is on time and action is on time, money learns to be on time. Your schedule is the message. Your words are the stamp. Your life is the proof.